trauma isn't really held in our mind necessarily. It's actually held in our nervous system. That being said, there's areas in our body that holds on to this trauma. And so I found that pretty impactful, that, you know, you can go to a therapist and you can talk to them about, you know, the stuff that may have hurt you in the past. But then when you get back home, kind of fall back into those patterns of what that trauma has created, or what we allow to continue to perpetuate in our current lives because of the trauma. So for example, I know in previous videos I've talked about those knee-jerk reactions of when we're put in situations where our heightened emotions get the best of us, and it's not necessarily what's happening at that very moment. It's just a trigger to the trauma that you may have experienced in the past. So now knowing this information, it kind of puts puzzle pieces together in my mind of how to kind of like clear my body of this this unnecessary burden that I continue to reopen, relive, rehash. And for me personally, right now, I feel when there are certain old feelings that come up, or so for example, if I experience something and my heightened emotions kind of get the best of me, my heart starts racing, I feel out of control, I start either getting fearful or frustrated, I take a moment to give myself the grace to not only feel those feelings, thank you for trying to help me, trying to protect me, but I'm going to choose the exact opposite. And sometimes just that little coaching session can help alleviate those feelings and remind me of where I'm at currently, because I'm not there anymore. I'm not in my past anymore. And there's so that gives me more personal power. Not only that part, but also something that also is helpful for me currently right now is doing kundalini yoga. That's been really helping when I experience bouts of fear or anxiety, whether it's fear of not being understood, fear of not reaching my goals fast enough, a fear of am I headed in the correct direction, or fear of just stagnancy. So when those moments come, I could feel it, like it just feels like kind of like heaviness. I start to mull those thoughts in my mind, and they become kind of like neurotic thoughts that just roll on in through my subconscious mind. So I don't know if you've ever felt like that before, but when that happens, I like to visit kundalini yoga. It's a lot like yoga, but it's more centered to kind of like let go of any kind of blocks or heaviness that you may be carrying unknowingly in your body. I have somebody that I follow, and I will leave her YouTube at the bottom of this video. Kundalini Gems, amazing. And it's usually like anywhere from 10 to 30 to 40 minutes of releasing and connecting, and just reminding you that we can live like a more prosperous life now, and that it's just a good reminder of just how powerful we are, and when we have a more open heart, and when we lead with our heart, it gives us more space for others, and it gives us a more connection with our creativity, which I find beautiful. So there's one. Other one for me, when I'm experiencing heightened emotions, is going for a walk, not listening to anything. That really helps. I find myself, like, my thoughts pretty loud during the first mile of like what I can do, just coaching myself, or just questioning, like, as to like where things are, how I could make them either move faster, or what I can do. Some of it, the pressure is good, and I have to remind myself sometimes anxiety is almost like a mask for a catalyst of change. So I don't want to judge anxiety as like, oh, I don't want to feel anxious ever, because this is a catalyst. It moves you, it propels you forward, because if I had never been uncomfortable, then things would never change. So I am grateful for those feelings when they arise. I'm just talking about those uncontrollable thoughts that go on in your mind of questioning yourself and could I have fixed this and can I fix that and why is this happening? Those kinds of thoughts and emotions that keep us in a loop. So that's helpful. But anyways, so yeah, I'm finding that our focus, when you start to become more aware of where your predominant focus is, you start to realize those shifts in your energy. When you start to feel like you're walking around with a big chip on your shoulder, you feel like frustrated at every red light that you're hitting, you're frustrated with the interactions that you have throughout the town, with the people that you're driving near, or at the grocery store. Everyone is frustrating you. It's time to take a step back. What is it that I'm thinking of? What is it that I'm focusing on? Am I fearful? What am I fearful of? And feeling like this, what is it benefiting? How is it benefiting me? And just adding more rather than getting frustrated, because I find that the more that we walk around like that, the harder it is. It's just breaking our own hearts and creating more of what we don't want to experience. And when we understand that, how powerful we really are, you start to realize like how beautiful life can be when we stop focusing on the car crash. Stop focusing on the things that we can't control, the things that that are going on around us. And within that, there's more power and there's more beauty.